to Goons, Games, and Gear, the sexiest gaming podcast in the world.
Oh, what a week it's been. It's been a good week for us. I don't know about the rest of the world, or at least it's a good week for me. It was a good week for you, Dirk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good week.
Cool. Glad to hear it. We got a couple of updates before we start. We hit some goals, like we hit 200 followers on TikTok, so that's pretty cool. Trying to get to 1,000, help us there. Mostly because of him, because every time I make a decent video, somehow magically his just upends everything else. So, F me, right? We're getting those YouTube follows, which is pretty cool. That's at like about 50-ish at time of this recording, which doesn't sound like a lot, but to us, it means a lot. It's we're getting there. We're putting in the work. So I just want to mention those things. Always check out the Facebook. We got the Discord, Twitter. We're getting some followers there too, including Derek's, which is gphone71195. TikTok. We're on Spotify where the VODs are, usually Monday and Friday nights. And again, Facebook, Instagram. There we go. Yeah. And Derek, do you have any other updates, or choose to get to the shirt of the week or day? There we go.
Yeah, my shirt is one you bought me. It's This Wildlife from their new tour.
Yeah,
it was all Mario themed.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
I really wish you could have went. It was like one giant nerdy music video.
Yeah, I loved watching on TikTok like him building like everything for it. It was just so cool.
So he
shout out to This Wildlife. Come watch us.
Yeah, join us. Yeah, we'd love to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You guys could nerd out with us.
They're like big Warzone fans, and they'll like or at least I used to watch them play like Warzone stuff, and they'd invite players when they were home and stuff. So they were just like bored.
So cool.
And also they put like a Goomba cutout on an RC car that was like $15, so it would just like roll around, but like it was a terrible RC car, so it always bust down. So it was a good time. So let's start this off with EA. They took a hard L today. I mean, a really like a really stupid L
for no reason.
They were trying to. Everyone's copying Wendy's, right, with Twitter and stuff. Like Wendy's was the first to pioneer the whole like, oh, let's make our account like funny, like satirically funny, and they always do it pretty well. So everyone's like, oh, I guess we don't have to be so PC, but. There's like this meme going around. It's like there are 10 but ... and then you name the imperfection. So EA, they put there are 10 but they only like playing single player games. That was not the right take. That was not, they are getting bombarded. They actually sent like an apology tweet. Not like it's like well-deserved criticism. We're taking an L on this one. But it's too late. The damage is done. Like everyone's just like you see the games you've released, right? Someone's like put Anthem, the newest Battlefield game. Unfortunately, I just don't know why they thought this was a good idea.
Right, and it's like their single player games are what are keeping them alive at this point, like Mass Effect, Star Wars. Like I don't know what they thought was funny there.
You still have single player games, EA. I don't know if you didn't know that. They're like, what? Games that don't have microtransactions?
Right.
Well, no, they still do
something that isn't Battlefield. What?
Yeah. So apparently, and so this guy responded, Zach Mumbach. I've never heard of him, but he puts, this is the company that shut down my studio and laid off 100 great developers because we were making a single player game. Yikes. That's also you break game ratings scores down to a 10-point scale. Most EA games are a solid 6 or 7. Not because the developers are bad, but because EA the corporation forces them to rush games out. EA corporate leadership wouldn't know what a 10 looks like in terms of video games. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's
the sad reality of EA now. Like Star Wars is literally the best thing that's come out by them, and I don't consider anything Respawn makes even EA, because they like bought them, and Respawn's just a good company. So
right, and there's kind of hints now that they may be secretly working on Titanfall 3. I pray, I'm hoping. So like EA, this is not only was this a bad take, right? It was hypocritical in the worst way possible for them, and like you said, they do rush out games, which is terrible. Like, imagine if they actually waited on these games. Like, if Battlefield 2042 was delayed again, it would have, if they just learned to wait, their games could actually be like really good games. That's like the sad reality.
I just miss like old EA, right? Like, you know, the days of like old school Dragon Age, the Dead Space trilogy, you know, Battlefield 3, 4, you know. It was like EA just used to be king, I feel like.
Did they stop making Dead Space because like the story was over, or did it not sell well towards the end?
No, they shut down the whole studio.
Oh, that was Visceral. Yeah, Visceral, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just figured if it made enough money, they would, even if shut down the studio, they would still like, you know, repurpose it elsewhere.
Well, they're doing the remake next year for it, so that comes out in January.
They're probably just to see like, is there enough of an audience to justify making another one? Which
there definitely is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, even I never played Dead Space, but that remake or remaster, or is it a remake? The line's so blurred now because of
Last of Us ruined us. They're saying it's a remake, but I hope they keep the story the same and just like make it better. So.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I don't know much about it, but I assume you'd recommend it. I've never tried it.
I love Dead Space.
It looks interesting enough. So the Act Man responded to replied to the tweet. He says, "This you?" and just says Jedi Survivor that they announced.
Yeah, I guess they only know Battlefield. That's it.
Oh, okay. Here's a tweet. Roast well deserved. This is from EA. We'll take this L cause I don't know why they just whatever. Cause playing single player games actually makes them an 11. Even their response is cringe. You know,
that's just
instead
cringy.
Of saying actually makes them 11, you should have just said or even implied like, yeah, that was a bad take on our end. Like, just be honest. Not like this is kind of doubling down. It's like, no, what we meant was it's actually an 11.
That's so funny. Good job, EA.
Come on, EA. I would say you're better
than 11 not playing EA games. How about that?
You should reply to them. Hopefully it gets enough traction. Yeah. So I had like 2 articles up about it, but yeah, more or less. It's getting ratioed incredibly hard. Has a negative 10,000 quote tweets, 9,000 replies, prompted EA itself to acknowledge the blunder.
That's hilarious.
That is, they are harshly being ratioed. That's a real shame. And by shame, I mean no one cares because it's EA, and unfortunately, they put out garbage. That's all they do. It's like
at this point, yeah.
But like, just sell off Mass Effect. I think they know they can't make like microtransaction money off of it. Like, it's just oddly no way to do so, unless they make it like an MMO. So sell it to PlayStation or Xbox. Just do it.
Just sell BioWare and sell Respawn. That's all I care about.
They'll never sell Respawn.
Get those 2 companies out of there and just let them be free.
I think there's a shot for BioWare. Like, I don't think there's a shot, but there's not. Respawn's literally having EA survive when sports isn't out.
Right.
You know, it's like when sports doesn't make enough money, then Apex Legends. It's like the only good game from them, and it's not even from them. It's from Respawn.
Right.
It's like, we own it. We just don't do anything. I wonder if they're afraid to like touch it.
Respawn at this point is EA. Like, they're the only thing keeping them afloat.
Really though, like it's really sad because, like you said, EA used to be really good, and now, and even if their corporate was trash, when they developed this whole, let's just rush a game out. It's like, no,
that's not how you do it.
No, don't stop. Excuse me. Okay. You know, let's get into the Nintendo Direct Mini, because I don't know about you, but I was way off on what I thought it was going to be versus what it was. I was like,
well, we called like the biggest thing, quote unquote.
Right? True.
But like, there was so much good stuff in this like mini direct for no reason.
Yeah, right. Like this is like,
why did they go so all out on this?
It was like one of the best directs and had no Nintendo games, which is, I mean,
I know it's crazy.
Like, great, they had Mario and Rabbids, right? But it's technically Ubisoft, but it's Mario. So yeah. But it's like, Sunbreak. I mean, we could have expected that because it was releasing, literally
by the day after or something like that. Yeah.
I don't remember anyone talking about Nier Automata. How do you say that? Automata.
Nier Automata.
Oh, thank you.
It was like, it's like really big, but like in its group, I don't think it's like a cult classic.
I don't think I have the article up, but this is actually causing Kingdom Hearts fans to like explode, because they're saying, if this game can get like a physical release, because it's 30 frames locked. The environment's 60, but it couldn't handle 30. barely. And now, so all the Kingdom Hearts fans are like, why is our game on cloud when this isn't? Like,
yeah, I saw that, and I 100% agree with them, because those games are literally PS2 games. Like, this game was made for PS4 and Xbox One, so I don't know, like, what the problem is. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, see, this was the problem. I mean, do we know, like, off the top of our head, what's the file size or the cartridge size for the cartridge limit for Nintendo Switch games? Like, how much the cartridge can hold?
We looked it up the one day. It was like 32 gigs, I think, or something like that.
Okay. Because my only logic of defending it is, well, maybe it just couldn't fit on a cartridge. But on the other hand, they've also remedied that by having most of the game on the cartridge, and then you have to download the rest. Like, they did that with the so, like, that's actually not even an excuse either. So yeah, what's the problem? Wait, what?
Or what they do, right, is they have 2 collections for the games. Just release them separately at $30 each. There, problem solved. Like,
yeah, come on. Yeah, I mean, there's really no defense for this. I don't know why they didn't.
No.
And also, like, I saw like videos of the cloud version. They're just terrible, especially Kingdom Hearts 3 apparently.
And they still haven't fixed it. Yeah, it's been out since like January, and it's just still broken.
It's like, what? Fix cloud? We're not doing that. Although, and I saw this game near. I mean, I still have yet to actually play it ever, but man, that thing was harshly lowered quality for this. Like, to get on the Switch.
I can imagine.
It's
yeah.
Just, like, it's cool. It's 1080 docked and 1020p. You know, supportable. It's cool. 30 frames locked though. Unfortunately, from my PC elitist times, it's really hard for me to grasp for a console. But like,
right,
in games like this, like Devil May Cry, I would not want to play them 30 frames, like the newer ones, because you can, like, everything's like fast paced, and from what I can tell, this is also fast paced. So
yeah,
it's gonna be it's a pass for me on the Switch. That's a no for me. Did you beat this?
Yeah. Automata, yeah. That game's great. I got to play the new one still, Replicant.
Oh,
but Automata is like really unique in where it's like that No More Heroes game where it does like a bunch of different genres in one game, but it like does it good. So like you actually want to play the game.
Gotcha. Okay. I never heard of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. It was a puzzle game.
It looks cool. It's just like a cool like indie game.
Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope finally got like a this was when it got confirmed for October 20th, right? Like, it wasn't before. Okay.
Yeah, this was the release date.
Yeah, good for them. I'm still shocked that we got a release date for this before
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta.
Where was Bayonetta?
Right.
This thing.
That was my prediction, that Bayonetta was going to be announced. Since it wasn't announced here, I don't know if it's out this year, even though they want it to be out this year. I just don't know where it's going to fit. This was also random. Super Bomberman R2. Who thought this was? I didn't think this did well. I really didn't.
The game was great, and you know what? Really? It probably sold really well because it was a launch title for the Switch when there was like 5 games out for the Switch. But like it was just Bomberman, but it was cool. I think it had like an online multiplayer too. That people were playing and stuff like that. So
isn't there? Yeah, I was gonna say there's multiplayer, right? Like,
yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it did release on everything: Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, 2017, and then 18, and for the other 2 consoles. I was just trying to. Okay, apparently it sold over 2 million copies. What's how much did it? Wait, how much did it cost for the? It was like $40.
40. Right? Yeah, it wasn't 60.
That too. Yeah, I mean, but still, that means it took less time to develop, and it's not like, more research or not more time into the game. So $40 and 2 million. That's I imagine that's pretty good for them.
Right. Bomberman.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, but hey, I guess they're like, hey, let's shoot for 2. I'm surprised. I mean, it's been 5 years. That's why I would have expected this maybe like in the 3rd year if it did that well. So now we're in year 5/6. I would never have guessed this. And this also pisses me off. This and the next game I'm unbelievably happy about. But like, no leaker ever has this kind of information, which always makes me believe they're just super guessing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so this next game, and I can't wait to talk about it. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. If someone said that in their leak list, And then first I'd be like, there's no way they're making a collection, right? And then it came out to be true. I would believe this person for the rest of my life. I'd be like, that is a genuine leaker. Because
and those are the leakers we have to find.
Yeah, in Pac-Man World Repack, who knew this was happening? You know,
dude,
a remaster? My God. Come on,
I'm so excited for Pac-Man World, like for no reason.
It's like what? Like if anyone leaked those, and that and no one would believe them, right? They'd get like crapped on. They'd like oh, good fake, right? And then it happens. I'm like, dude, you're my man. I'm following you to life. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. I would never ever have guessed that. No. It's like, especially Pac-Man World, right? But particularly this one, a collection of all 10. That's nuts. Yeah. Granted,
that's insane.
I believe, as they put it, digitally it's going to be split into 2. That's right. So I imagine, because 1 and 2 didn't have like variations. After that, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all had like Pokemon style, where it's like one blue and white.
Right, blue and red. Yeah.
So I imagine one collection is going to have 1, 2, and then one side for 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the other one's the other side. Right. That's my assumption, but at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, because if you bought 2, you just get double of the game. Either way, I'm praying there is a collector's edition. I'm going all out for this one. This one's I'm super excited because someone pointed out, it's like, oh, why don't you get it for Steam, because it's going to be future compatible, which makes sense because like once you have it on Steam, for example, there's like you'll always be able to play it, but then you don't get that that nice physical memory. It's like that's why I regret selling a lot of my stuff. It's like I'd love to look back and have it in my hands, like you have a lot of your games where it's just like, I remember this is a good time. Right. I would love those GBA cartridge boxes. I would love to have those again. So now I want to collect physical copies. I'm probably not trading them in, but this one, dude, give me a $200 super awesome collector's edition. I will pay it. Just give it, just please. And also online. There's no excuse, because they did it for their Capcom fighting game collection that just came out the other day. So you are retroactively adding multiplayer to older games. So do it.
Right. Capcom's always good with their remasters of the older games and actually doing support that people want, with the online, or including all a music player for people who just want to sit and listen to the music and stuff like that. So
right. And
I don't doubt it'll have online multiplayer. I just don't know how they're gonna do it because there's 10 games.
Well, I don't think 1 and 2 had any kind of
Right, that was just Game Boy Advance.
Any. Well, I mean, 3 and 4 and 5, I think actually were on the Game Boy Advance as well. But, or I guess, I know they're on the Game Boy Advance, but those one particularly had a link function. I don't think 1 and 2 had any. I could be wrong though. That had any GBA cable support. I don't think there was actually any way. But then they added it later down the road. And also, why isn't this coming to Xbox? It's kind of weird. Okay, I know all other Capcom games go to Xbox. I'm very curious why this one particularly isn't going to be on Xbox.
Is it on PlayStation?
Yeah, it's on PlayStation, Switch, and PC.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm going to get it for the Switch either way. It's just very curious,
Right.
Because oddly enough, I'd rather have this as a cartridge, as a remembrance of GBA.
Right.
Right. And I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine this is going to run any worse on the Switch. I know we dog on it a lot, but something like this is perfect for the Switch. So, either way, super excited. And then it has 1,000 illustrations, 150 songs. I wonder if the songs are going to be in a collection, a music box of sorts, or they're talking about throughout all the games.
Yeah, because that's what was it? The Mario 3D All-Stars collection? It was in the main menu.
Right.
It was a music player for all of them. So I have a feeling it'll be something like that. I can't think of the last Capcom collection I bought to something like this that was a remaster to compare it to.
I bought
I bought the Mega Man collection, I think, because it was on sale one day, but I don't remember if that had a music player and stuff like that.
I don't really, personally. I don't really need a music player or the collections. I might.
Right. I mean, I could just
but...
look it up on YouTube or whatever and play it on there. But it's just like cool to have.
I mean, unless it came with like a download code for the music.
Right. I want like a physical CD.
Yeah, that'd also be cool. That'd be dope. And then so sometime in 2023. I wish it wasn't so far away, but it is what it is. I guess I'm not gonna complain. I just hope it's early 2023, but who knows? Yeah. What are you gonna get it for?
I'll get it for Switch.
So gotcha.
We can play it together.
I mean, assuming it allows, and also so like there were special event chips like that, kind of like with Pokemon, where like an event would happen and people could, tag along. So I'm very curious how they're gonna work with that. Like, are they just gonna throw it into the base game, or are they gonna add like events add events? Which would be I would love tournaments for this game or for these games. I would be so happy. Like, oh, this month we're doing Battle Network 5, and then like next month, it's like, oh, now we're doing 3. Like, just spice it up.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I see. Also, I don't know about you. I'm conflicted if I'm gonna beat literally all of them or only this one side, like 1, 2, and then white, 3 white, 4 red, etc. So I'm very conflicted on how I'm gonna go about that because I don't want to waste not getting. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4 different games? But at the same time, it's like, is there really that much of a difference to do it?
Right.
Like, at least with Pokemon, there's like exclusive Pokemon to each game and stuff like that. And this has a kind of exclusive chips, but then kind of different fusions. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, you're super excited about Pac-Man World Repack. I don't know. I don't like the name, but Repack. I mean,
it comes out this year. I'm so excited.
August 26th. That's not far at all.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it today.
Oh, really? What'd you pre-order it for?
PlayStation.
Okay.
Because it's coming to that too.
Oh, okay. Is there any like collector's edition?
No, but there is a collector's edition for Callisto Protocol, which I pre-ordered today.
Gotcha. Huh.
And I also found out there's a gold edition for Mario and Rabbids, so there's going to be a season pass for it again. But I'm going to wait on that because I just, the DLC will take forever to come out anyway.
Yeah, and the last time we pre-ordered a game with a season years.
Yeah, I've been burnt. The November of last year literally just made me never want to buy DLC.
Yeah, right. It hurts so bad. Yeah, and it looks clean too. This remaster, or again, is it remaster or remake?
I think this one's just a remaster.
Gotcha. I mean, it looked clean. That's what the cool part was.
Yeah,
it looks really like night and day difference. I actually liked watching this for speedrunning community, so I'm very curious if they're gonna go to this one depending on the glitches and stuff.
Right.
Okay, let's see here. Railgrade. I thought I wasn't too interested. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but with train tracks.
Oh, okay.
Now, if they had like a Spirit Tracks DLC crossover from Zelda,
that would be cool.
Oh man. That'd be cool. Then there was Blanc, which it's a co-op textless adventure with puzzles. I didn't really understand to be honest.
Yeah, like it's a cool like art style, but I need to see more about it.
Return to Monkey Island. Was this announced beforehand?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like not like officially shown or anything like that. They just had announced that it was coming.
Gotcha.
And that I think they said it's like the last of the Monkey Island series.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah, because this installment will be adding to the story from The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. So, okay, so this is like the third one. So, yeah, maybe they just want to cap off the story. Maybe it won't sell that great, but who knows?
Yeah.
Harvestella, it was kind of weird. It's a role-playing game, Square Enix. That wasn't there a lot to show.
Yeah, I think it's like it's supposed to be just like a JRPG, like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. So
I'm just gonna go through the bigger ones. Dragon Quest Treasures. It's a spin-off Dragon Quest game because everyone loves Dragon Quest. I don't know
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I don't know what it is, but I need to see like actual gameplay of it. So
they're porting over. Well, this is ports, right? Yeah, Persona 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, they're finally putting those on the Switch, which everybody was complaining about when Xbox announced they were getting them. They were like, "Why is Nintendo still the only system without them?" Well, there you go, guys.
I'm just surprised they weren't pissed when Joker was going to Switch in Smash. Right. And then like, but no Persona game.
Well, that's when everybody thought they were going to announce Persona 5 for the Switch, like when was that? Like 3 years ago, Joker was added.
Something like that, yeah.
So, but now they get him. So
how come we don't
can't complain anymore?
In reverse, like why Persona 5? And I mean, it says and Persona 4 Golden and 3 Portable. I'm not. I mean, it doesn't say when, but like, why are they doing 5 before 3 and 4? Wouldn't you want to do 3, 4, then 5?
Or
I
think just because 5 is the newest, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the only logic I can think of. Or Sonic Frontier actually got an interesting trailer, open zone gameplay, because they are just all about that open zone world. The word.
I know.
It's not open world. It's open zone.
Yeah, I know we don't understand it, but there's this really cool mechanic they showed where you go in a portal and you go to a good Sonic game. It's crazy. I know.
Sonic game.
It's called the cyberspace. Those levels where you go to like the good Sonic games. So. I mean, it looked a lot cleaner, right? It didn't look like Sonic was just thrown into like a Unreal 5 engine anymore. That's about it, you know. I'm sure this will be clipped, so you guys let us know what you thought of the new Sonic trailer.
All they have to do to make this to make this cyberspace level like better was the second he dropped was play the Sonic 3 Adventure theme. Going around and this, like, you know, like literally just dropped it, and I'm like, yeah. You know that meme where it's like
Big the Cat, and I'm sold. You got me.
They showed Big. Oh wait, no, that was in Sonic Prime. I was like in the show. I'm like, I thought they showed. No, you know that meme? I mean, it's not really circulating anymore. Where it's like someone plays a song and then it's like cranked up to like 100, and then it's like some kid like listening to it, and it's so loud, it's vibrating, he's crying. That's why that's going around at the speed of sound. We're also going to announce Goons Games and Gear cover album. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. That's gonna be the title, the hit one, and then what the next song's gonna be the Super Mario theme. There's no words. We're like da 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 da.
Yeah, we just like acapella.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Start of a acapella career. Hello. Anyway. Minecraft Legends is coming to the Switch because no one saw that coming. I mean, you can just assume any Minecraft game that was announced.
It'll be on everything.
It'll be on everything. Because, I mean, I can't imagine the Switch can't handle it. That's my logic with Minecraft. Right. It's so rudimentary that it has
There's no reason.
Right. Yeah. Apparently, people are freaking out for this Disney Dreamlight Valley because it's supposed to be like a Disney /
Animal Crossing. Yeah. It's like Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing with Disney characters. My girlfriend is so excited for this game.
Really?
I like showed her a trailer about it, and she was like, "What is this?" I was like, "It's like Animal Crossing but with Disney characters." She was like, "All right, buy that for me." I was like, "What?" Like, you don't play video games? She's like, "Yeah, I want it. Give it to me."
Well, she has her own job and her own. She can buy it herself. No, that's love. Well, it's early access for the title begins September 6th, so that's not too far away.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be like a full $60? Oh wait, or is this a mobile game? No, it's not a mobile game.
No, but it's in early access, so I'm hoping it's like at most $40. You're gonna pay extra for the Disney title. So.
When has Switch ever gotten early access? Is it gonna be on the Switch early access, or is it just saying early access for the title begins?
I think I don't know if they're doing a physical version of it. I think it's just digital only, so maybe you just buy into like the early access, but
yeah, well, thanks Overwatch. So stupid. Yeah. Did we talk about that with the over like $40? How ridiculous? Okay, I just want to make sure. Wait, buy it. Don't buy the beta. $40? Don't buy. No, dude, just wait till it releases in October.
No, I said you have to buy it.
Oh! I thought you said I'm going to buy it. I'm just like, dude.
No.
Don't buy into that beta. That's just.
I was talking to someone today who played the alpha, I guess it was last weekend or something like that. Said it was literally just Overwatch, just you're down a character, pretty much.
I like that they're adding guilds. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, I think that'll definitely help with the tryhards and the sweaties. Or people who want to have fun with their friends, or like or strangers who are kind of friends. That weird.
Right.
Okay. All right. So that was Nintendo Switch Direct Mini, which was actually, I'm sorry. One more thing. The Portal Companion Collection. After years of people asking for Portal to be on Switch, it's Portal 2, and the co-op version Portal 2. So, which was part of Portal 2.
Which port of it? Yeah, what is... Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they specified that. So that's releasing very soon, July 5th. And that's cool. I mean, I don't think it'd been that hard to put on the Switch. I know I saw people wanting this for some reason. I'm like, haven't you gotten your fill? I mean, it's the same puzzles, right?
Don't you want just like Portal 3? Just tell Valve to make a new game.
Valve hates sequels. I don't know why. They
hate the number 3. Everything gets 2 games, and that's it.
Left 4 Dead 3? No.
No.
Portal 3?
Half-Life 3? No.
Yeah, Half-Life Alex. That's what
you get Alex, and it's a VR game, and that's it.
I'm very curious. Well, I mean, I think they have to, right? If they make another Half-Life game, they have to make it so it's Steam Deck optimized. Like, you know, they don't. What choice do they have?
Well, that and the problem is right. Half-Life 2 is like such a beloved game, and like everybody considers it like one of the most perfect games in the world, that if they ever made Half-Life 3, it would literally have to be perfect. And I don't know if Valve can do that.
Probably one of my most unpopular opinions, but I was not fond of Half-Life 2. I never understood the appeal. I never understood the story. I never understood the game. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the hype is about. I really don't. But that's just me and you, I guess. Anyway, here we go. We were just talking about this before the podcast because, you know, we're kind of talking. And Gotham Knights Robin, for some reason, is getting a teleport mechanic. And their explanation is, he hacked into Justice League satellites. And he can now use the technology. It's like, who thought of these abilities? Like, okay, Nightwing gets a glider. That makes sense. I mean, like, you know, like, that realistically makes sense, even for the character. Robin isn't... First of all, I would expect Darkwing to teleport because he's smarter than Robin, right? It's just...
Right.
So Robin just somehow hacked into Justice League, got teleportation tech, and that's his gimmick. Do we know Batgirl's?
No, I don't think they've shown hers yet.
Okay. And then, again, stupidly, Red Hood's is soul jumping, mystical powers. I want to know who thought of these abilities, because 2 of them suck so far.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, like, teleporting is cool. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
Soul jumping is interesting. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, couldn't you just use a hook shot like everyone else? Batman did all.
And he has one because they showed him using it for like the combat sequences. So
yeah, I don't know what the problem here is. I don't know who thought this was like a good idea. Like, so Robin needs a gimmick. What would work for Robin? How about teleport? Whoa,
yes, genius.
Yeah. In Red Hood, spirit jumping. Whoa. and then what's it? What's his name? Not Robin. We just talked about him. Dark.
Nightwing.
Thank you. I was saying Darkwing. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Nightwing gets a glider, and they're just like, that's stupid, but whatever. I guess we'll add it. That's
sure he gets the short end of the stick.
I guess it makes sense. So I don't know. I'm still excited for the game. I just don't know why they made these weird ass decisions.
Yeah.
When is it released? October, right?
Yeah, October 23rd or something like that, I think.
Cool. Okay, I'll have to invest. Oh yeah, well we gotta play co-op, so that's what that's for. Oh, okay. This was I meant to enter into it, but Xbox specifically or Microsoft is finally releasing. Well, maybe not finally, but like another. What's the word? Special edition of the Series X, and this time it's Mjolnir. Have you seen this for love? Yeah. I'm very confused. Like, does the handle actually stay there? That's really inconvenient.
I was wondering that too, but I don't think it does. I think it's just there for the picture they took.
I feel like I see. It's like it makes sense if it's like if there's a way to at least attach it on there, right? But if it doesn't have that, then it's just like a cinder block. It's like It just looks like you need the handle for a hammer. And also, like, I understand it's Marvel, but I really wish it didn't have Marvel Studios and then Thor: Love and Thunder. If it was just Thor: Love and Thunder, it would be, I think, better. Or like have the Marvel Studios somewhere else. Like, we know it's Marvel Studios, so you don't have to.
Right.
And also, I kind of wish it said somewhere Mjolnir, like just the name of it.
I think it does on the top there, but it's in like
I don't see
their language is. It's like that circle on the front of the system.
It
says it
okay.
like in that, but it's
I was talking about where the grill is. Like I thought the grill is what you're referring to on the top. I was like, how are you seeing that? I don't have that kind of.
I got the 3D picture. You didn't get that?
Yeah,
sent it to me personally.
It's like in a Blender software. You're like looking at it from like 8 different views. Like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's I want to see, like, I never see anyone actually winning these. Because if I won this, I would like be, not showing it off, but like tweeting about it. I'm like, hey, look, I won.
Right.
And, it's like I don't know who got the. Oh, I remember this Far Cry 6. Apparently resembled a bomb, but
the Garfield one they gave away and the SpongeBob one, dude, come on, yeah. I would love those.
Remember with Far Cry 6 though, the person didn't claim it in time. That sucked. That was Garfield. Ooh, that would have been spicy. Yeah. It's like, hey Derek, I got you a Series X, but you could also get what's behind door number 2. It's like Garfield. And on the top, it heats up lasagnas to a perfect temperature.
Yes. It also doesn't work on Mondays.
You tried on Monday. Yeah, it shuts off at 12 a.m. and then it won't turn on until 12 a.m. Like. Yeah, sorry. Monday doesn't work for
Monday.
Yeah, so enter it by July 21st, and you could possibly win it. Of course, you got to retweet and all that. It's so much effort to enter into these. It's like retweet, sacrifice your firstborn. It's just like there's so much. I just want to make dummy accounts to do it.
Over and over again.
Right, I'll follow on there, so I don't have the shame of applying for this and losing and being sad. So. But either way, it'd still be cool to have it. But it better come with a handle. Yeah. If they come with a handle, I don't want it. I'm going to sell it. How much do you think this would sell for? Because this one's Marvel.
Oh, I'm sure, like, probably over $1,000.
Really?
These, like, special edition ones? Yeah.
Well, I was saying particularly because it's Marvel. And there's, like, I mean, let's be real. There's not enough. There's not, some insane Garfield fans. Like, there's way more Marvel fans, like, huge Marvel nerds than there are Garfield nerds, so like I just figured with the logo, the Marvel Studios, like, Marvel stuff, they would sell for like $2,000 or really high.
Probably you're right. It's probably even more because it's Marvel, but like any of these special edition ones that Xbox gives away are probably over $1,000 by themselves easily.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Before we go to the next topic, I didn't put it as an article, but I want to talk about it with you. I was watching Games Done Quick literally last night, so Thursday night, and there was a speed running of Mario Sunshine. And have you watched it?
No, I just started watching like all the VODs for.
It's gonna. I mean, it's gonna spoil it, but around the 40-minute mark, he dies, but he didn't realize that was his last life, and he never saved. So literally, he had to reset to the beginning.
Oh my!
I was like, this is like literally, and they were like panicking, like I don't know what to do. I mean,
right?
It's like, oh, they're like, oh, the guys in the back, like, oh, I'm sure no one's gonna mind if you restart, but like, the timer didn't restart, so there's that. So but that's like I've always thought about that nightmare scenario, right? It's like, what if they like fail and then are forced to restart?
Well, it's never happened before because they always say I'm gonna safety save through.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
So
that's just a lot of risk for no reward.
Right. So it's just, I was like, wow. I mean, because I wanted to watch it at the end, but it's like a 2 hour speed run. I was like, I can't. Right. I'm not gonna. It's like 12 at night. 12 in the morning. It's like I'm not gonna watch this now if he's restarting from the beginning.
Restarting the game.
I just felt so bad for him though. It's like, I don't want to say embarrassing, but it's like that's like the ultimate nightmare scenario at Games Done Quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I can't believe no one invited us for like a press pass or anything to Games Done Quick. We got no.
What the heck? What's that guy's name? Spike Vegeta? Dude, come on, invite us. We want to go.
Okay, so moving on. Blizzard. I don't know why, but they're looking to support or have more support for WoW, World of Warcraft. They hired or are aiming to hire hundreds more in the next 2 years to support WoW.
Yeah.
Why?
Also, they acquired this studio
Oh, that's it.
Proletariat.
Proletariat.
Where did they get money from? They're literally in the transition period of being bought themselves. Like what?
Yeah, good point. Microsoft had to approve it probably. And then so Proletariat is the company behind or the game studio behind the Wizard Royale game, Spellbreak.
Right.
And so that's shutting down. That's shutting down next year, early next year. I mean, like it was really fun. I forget why I stopped playing it, but it was actually a really good game.
It was great.
I just don't think enough people knew, or even
right.
There wasn't a lot of advertising for it, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, I'm just confused. Like, maybe they're just trying to pump out more content. Maybe they're like, we need more to get another like expansion out each year. Well, it's one expansion per year, right?
For WoW,
yeah,
yeah, I think it's one a year. They try to do.
Yeah,
I don't know how they are at hitting that even. I feel like there's sometimes like a 2-year gap between them, which is like why the game's dying though. Like there's not enough content for it.
Right. So maybe like they're trying to have 2 expansions per year. And the expansions are their bread and butter. Like I assume that's where they make all their money.
Right. It's like that and subscriptions.
Yeah, subscriptions, but that's going
if
down.
You have no content, there's no subscriptions because nobody's playing.
Right. Yeah, Proletariat will be fully integrated into Blizzard in the coming months. Part of the deal, Proletariat will become a Blizzard studio, and its 100 developers will contribute to the ongoing development of WoW, including the Dragonflight expansion that's due out this year. And shutting down Spellbreak. Let's see. Apparently, it's the company's first big buyout since it acquired Swinging Ape in 2005.
Well, that's because they were broke forever. I mean,
and some earlier we discussed how I mean they don't really. I mean, there's like, oh yeah, we want to support WoW more, but if you have more people, you got to pay more people, and then
right,
you're already losing subscribers. So they have to have something in mind, or like maybe not even like maybe they'll have like a mini expansion. I don't play WoW, so I don't know enough to justify that, but.
Right.
They gotta have something. Like, there's no way they're gonna spend this money and not have a plan. It's just supporting WoW.
Right.
Or maybe it's not even 2 a year, but maybe it's just to speed up the process for the one. So it's like maybe it's like 1 year this year, but then next year because they finished the last one so fast, they can complete the next one faster.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they got to do something because like that player base dropped like so significantly. Like they're definitely like losing money on it at this point.
Isn't Final Fantasy now like one of if not the biggest?
Final Fantasy is the #1 MMO now.
That's crazy.
Everybody left World of Warcraft and went there.
That's a scary time for them. But I also don't care because I never enjoyed this game.
Right.
Blizzard
just sucks. So.
Oh, we got more bad news. First, Sucker. Okay, I'm gonna give him this. All right, I appreciate the honesty that Sucker Punch. Right. They broke the bad news that Sly Cooper and Infamous are not being worked on at all. There's no Sly Cooper 5 happening, and there's no Infamous. Infamous is honestly surprising to me because I figured they'd make a good amount of money just because it's an Infamous game. I can see why they're not making a Sly Cooper 5. Maybe like. I mean, we all want it, right? It's just I can understand why they're not. I don't know why for Infamous, and it was just I appreciate them just admitting it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that I don't have to like hold my hopes up,
right?
To know like, oh, is it gonna get announced this year? Like blah blah blah. But
right, it
like just never is.
I always love this. The evidence found around this rumor wasn't especially credible. An anonymous poster on 4chan said Sly 5 is real, and supposedly a reliable leaker backed up the claim. Why do people believe 4chan so hard? Like, I just never understood that.
Right? Where do they get their information from?
I mean, because 4chan's like super anonymous. Like
right.
There's no way to know who's actually behind the user because it's always a randomized name. So I don't know why people go there for leaks. And, then it's like, oh, and then a supposedly reliable leaker. That means nothing to me.
Yeah, that means nothing at all.
But yeah, New Infamous is less of a stretch, but considering Sucker Punch is still enjoying the major success of Ghost of Tsushima, backtracking for a 4th Infamous game doesn't make much sense either. I mean, I'm not sure if it was announced, but we all know it's being worked on Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, that's the only thing they're working on. The problem with Sucker Punch is it takes them forever to make a game, but like they release a game and they're like spot on, like just every time.
What else does Sucker Punch make?
Infamous and Sly Cooper.
Oh, okay. No, I meant like
it's literally that. That's all they've ever worked on.
Oh, okay.
PS3 was all like Infamous,
right?
And then like Sly Cooper. PS4
had Sly Cooper.
They did a new Infamous for PS4. Or they did two new Infamous for PS4.
They did?
And then PS5 was Ghost of Tsushima.
I thought
PS4 was Ghost of Tsushima as well.
I thought there was Infamous 1, 2, and then there's like the Neon Light one.
There's the Neon Lights was like a smaller one, but that was one of them they did for PS4. And then there was what was it called? It was so good though.
What the Blood
It was
Party
close
one?
to like a launch title. Second Son.
Oh, right. I know they had a PSP game too or something, but
right, they did like PSP and Vita games and stuff in between. But...
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, and Ghost of Tsushima, I always wanted to play it. It always looked incredible.
Yeah, I just never got around to it, but
oh, really?
Like,
I thought you played it.
It's amazing. I like started it, but I never like got into it enough to like finish it or whatever. So.
So again, I appreciate them being honest. They easily could have been like, "Oh, we don't have much to discuss right now," but they're like, "No, nope, not happening." Yep. Sorry, bros.
But all right, here's my cry to them: just port them. Just do that, right?
That's
like,
true.
Take a day,
That's fair.
Port them all over, and then that'll hold us over till you decide to make a new game.
Or just go to Sony and be like, "Hey, can you like hire Panic Button and port over a Sly Cooper collection and?"
Well, they have Bluepoint. They literally bought Bluepoint, and they're like, "All right, Bluepoint, you're in charge of remastering old games and putting them on the new system."
Right.
And Bluepoint's like, "Okay, we can do that."
No problem, fam. We got you.
We got you.
We got you. Here's Demon Souls. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 2 for 2. They did Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Oh.
And then they did the Demon Souls remake. So
I had no idea they did.
They're killing it.
I didn't know they did that first one.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. So I mean, okay. So I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but on the flip side of this, while we appreciate Sucker Punch being completely honest, wait, I don't know why I said flip side. I just related to somehow. But God of War Ragnarok, apparently, like I'm seeing on Twitter too. Everyone is like crying for God of War Ragnarok news. They're like, we need to know release date, and they're like threatening these people, and and even more so these people who work for the studio. They're like, guys, stop. Xbox has good games. You can always play it on there, play stuff on there. Like just be patient. You know, like I don't know what these fans are insane.
Yeah, I've been seeing it, and it's just like everybody needs to calm down. Like,
it's like
I get it, everybody wants it, but like when they're ready, it'll be announced and talked about, and we'll get a release date, whatever.
Right. And they still said it this year.
Let them take their time. Right. He literally said, "Yeah, everybody chill. It's not next year. It's still this year.
Right.
We'll tell you when we're done. All right."
And yeah, that should be enough for these people. Like, I mean, granted, I still believe that's going to be pushed to next year, but I would still assume it's going to be this year if he keeps saying it's this year. Like, what else am I going to go off of, right? You know, but these people are like, "Oh, you got to tell us more." Like right now, like no, they don't. Like just relax. Don't worry. The rest of the year is still slamming out great games. Like you have plenty. You still have Elden Ring.
Yeah, play Elden Ring and then play like Arkham Knight in October, and you're good.
Because everyone was apparently upset because everyone thought it was going to be in the state of play, and then like, oh, it's going to have its own state of play, and then we haven't heard anything. Because everyone expects this month to be the month for announcements, since it's E3 and stuff like that, or Summer Game Fest.
Right.
So either way, there's literally no reason for you to be a douche on Twitter and like harass developers. Obviously, like I mean, like I have complete faith it's going to be another banger. Like they've never made a bad God of War game. Granted, I've been hurt before where I assumed Last of Us 2 was going to be a banger, and then it hurt my heart and soul. But it happens. I can't imagine they're going to screw it up. So just let them be. Let them be. You got plenty of games. I don't know what PlayStation exclusives are coming out by the end of the year, but Horizon Zero Dawn came out. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
There's more than enough to play. Everybody just chill. It'll be okay.
Corey Barlog, dear all, if it were up to me, I would share all the information when I know about it, but it's not up to me, so please be patient. I promise things will be shared at the earliest possible when they can be. Makings for you, we get to makings because of you. You know, I would, if I was them, I'd be like, you know what? Even when we're ready to announce something, we're gonna wait a little bit. You know, just just stick it to them. Like, you know, just like you guys want to keep asking us to, you know, talk about this as soon as possible. You know what? We're gonna wait a little longer.
Yeah, just delay it, make them suffer. I
mean, not until next year though, but like it's delayed to December 30th.
Right.
Oh no.
The last day of the year.
I mean, again, but you have to assume it's going to be before Christmas. That's like it has to. Like
everything that gets released is just before Christmas time.
Well, so. They always try and make it before Black Friday. That's always for holiday release. It's always before Black Friday because it's not going to go. Well, mostly they don't have it go on sale, but there's a rare chance that it has like $5 off or something. But you know, it's the biggest holiday of the year or shopping holiday of the year. So.
Right. You know, everybody's just out shopping. So regardless of if it's on sale, if the kid says he wants it, the kid's going to get it.
You know the South Park episode where it's like the console wars for the Xbox One and PS4?
Right.
I think that's going to happen again, but it's going to be between Pokemon fans and God of War fans. like the fights at retailers, like, you know, it's like, I need my Pokemon. It's like, no, I need my God of War. Get in line. And they clash. It's like, and then, you know, the Pokemon fans obviously will fight with their plushie army. God of War will have like the shields and stuff like that, you know, like Spartans. It's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm not excited for. I mean, I'm not gonna play God of War 5. I'll just watch videos, or maybe I'll just watch you play it or something. But you know, I feel bad for the developer. I mean, it's not usually publicized when they're getting crapped on for not showing enough information, but just let them be.
Oh yeah.
Let them be. Ooh. This pissed me off. New version of DRM software Denuvo is coming to squat on your games. I hate Denuvo. Denuvo is it's basically anti-piracy, which is, I mean, I understand that, but it just destroys games a fair amount of time. Like Resident Evil Village suffered a lot because of it. Like it made it like clunky, I guess is the word.
Right.
So now they announced Denuvo Secure DLC. DRM software goes above and beyond the vanilla Denuvo protecting games, and it seems to be particularly focused on free-to-play games where the money is being made through microtransactions. Like, I don't really understand, though, because, I mean, unless people are hacking and getting free stuff, because free-to-play games, like...
There's no piracy for
Yeah, you can't pirate...
They're free.
Yeah, exactly. You can't... How do you pirate something that's free?
Right.
Let's see. It says, well, they say by using public and easily accessible tools, players can automatically generate and install programs that access downloadable content without paying for it. I don't think that's true. I understand that. I'm sure it's out there, but I don't think it's as widespread as they're saying it is.
Right.
You know, because if I typed in right now how to get free V-Bucks, right, for Fortnite, I would imagine one of these easily accessible programs will get what I need, but that's never the case. So not really sure what they're talking about here. Yeah, and they're just it aims to protect, quote, cosmetic items, new characters, weapons, and power-ups. Power-ups alongside big content updates for a game that are only included in certain versions of the game, like a collector's edition, or must be purchased separately. Okay.
Seems dumb.
Yeah, but... it's like I can understand it if it was a widespread problem, but it's not.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. Denuvo sucks. It makes the. I don't know how this is gonna harm free to play games, like, but the base one always hurt. Like it hurt various games. I think Dishonored 2 is one of them. Resident Evil. I believe Doom had it for the first week and then dropped it. I think they was trying to do like the first week when people try and pirate the new game.
Right.
So, let's see here. Oh, yeah, it was the Kingdom. Okay. Did you read this one about Miyamoto cringing at Wind Waker?
Yeah, it was just dumb. I don't know.
I mean, I can kind of understand it. Like it was such a deep. Okay, so basically. When Miyamoto first saw the art style for Wind Waker, he was like, this isn't real. Like, ew. this isn't. No, just stop, please.
Yeah.
But apparently it grew on them. But I could understand it. Toon Link is the most like wow. New art style compared to the other ones. Yeah, that guy just the new art style, compared to its previous one, which I want to say was Majora's Mask, right? There's no after Majora's Mask had to have
it was
been,
all like
I mean, like,
kind of realism, I think, right?
Yeah, okay.
Up until then. So
yeah, so, and also, did you know they wanted to make like a direct sequel but it didn't sell good enough to
yeah.
That's
Wind Waker technically was a failure, but
I'll never understand it.
Whatever.
It's really a shame. Like it's such a great game, especially the HD remaster. Yeah. I guess people are just like too scared off from its art style originally. I think it sold like 2 million, right? But it's still a failure.
Yeah, well, the whole GameCube, like the system itself, was considered a failure just based on like sales. But like, people could never say that because look at the GameCube, dude. We had Melee, Super Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Oh, I mean, Nintendo games just slapped.
The bangers on that system. Geist is the best horror game I have ever played. Nintendo, stop being a coward.
I never heard of Geist.
Geist back, dude. Oh my god, we're playing it on our retro channel. Yes, we're announcing it today. Gooms Games and Retro Games.
I can't think of a G word that would work for that, but yeah. I don't know. I think it's just kind of funny. I always like listening or reading the development of Zelda games, or just, I guess, games in general. But
yeah,
this made me want to play it again. I was like, come on, give me a Switch port. That's like the last one I want. Just like a Switch port. Because I've decided like I'm just never selling my Switch and just like holding it for life, purely for nostalgia's sake. Especially the dock. It's just I want it. I want HD Wind Waker and HD Twilight Princess like everyone else.
Right.
Give it to me, and also the DS ports. Give us a collection. Give us all the DS ones.
Dude, just give me everything. I just want every Zelda game on one system. Come on.
Right. And they even said they have 3 to 5. It takes 3 to 5 years for each Zelda game. It's like, okay, then port the other ones.
Get someone else to port. 3 to 5 years to port. You could have them all done in those 3 to 5 years. Come on.
Right. I don't know what the problem is. Either way, I thought it was a funny article. Okay, this should piss everyone off. Halo Infinite melee bugs aren't fixed because devs are working on other things. And they even said, I'm trying to find the quote here. The community has been extremely outspoken on this issue, and I think this is one of the top reasons people are leaving the game due to the frustration caused. That was by let's see. I'm trying to find the right quote. But either way. They're pretty super transparent, but apparently the people who would work on this desync melee. So like, and I've seen it before where it's like, you're like, why didn't that connect? Because there's a desync issue. But apparently the people that would fix that are working on other parts of the game. So like they're what is wrong with these people? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was playing it the other day for one of the videos I was making. And I mean, it felt really good. Like it still felt fun, but how could they not fix something that's still a bug like this? How is that possible? Because
I don't know what 343's problem is with just making Halo good, but just
why they hate Halo?
Right.
Because I imagine they're so focused on hitting the deadline for co-op and Forge, because they're gonna look like idiots if they don't come out on time, especially co-op. They're probably like, we can't push this any longer. Although that should have been console release. I don't know what the problem is. It still blows my mind, right? Like, why is it this one that makes online multiplayer so difficult? Everyone else had it, or online co-op.
Right, and even like how terrible 5 was, like the multiplayer was still solid. Right. Like, what is the problem?
I was reading that apparently, like, the competitive players on 5 was like the best Halo for competitive scene.
Halo multiplayer was the saving grace of that game.
Oh yeah,
because that campaign was just like trash.
Oh,
but like the cosmetic system for 5 was great. Like, yes, they had like loot boxes for all the microtransactions and stuff, but like I feel like the odds were always like better, you know?
Right. I mean, they were trying to cash in on
the maps were good. Yeah, everything was just like working. I don't know why this had such a problem.
Yeah,
especially really after a year delay to fix the game,
just to make it look better, basically.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know what their problem is. It's blowing my mind. This is a embarrassment that they haven't fixed this yet.
Yeah.
Fall Guys, when it hit free to play, it now reached 20 million players in the first 48 hours, which is pretty cool. Right? Actually, I was just reading about it. Apparently, for I think an hour, it took the #1 spot on Twitch, which is kind of big.
Yeah.
That's
good for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when Epic buys it. Epic can make it gold, I guess. Fun game, but the battle pass is way too rough. They need to fix it ASAP. It is so difficult. You literally you level up faster by dodging or by losing the first game every time than by winning the last one. And in terms of speed, you get more from losing than you get from winning, which is pretty nutty.
Oh yeah. Unless
they announce hey, the battle pass will just stay forever, then I'll be like, okay, you know what? It might be difficult, but at least it's there forever. But if it's not, I really want that Mechagodzilla, but I don't have the time because you guys made it way too hard to do it.
Yeah, I hope more games start doing that and take after Halo. That was the one good thing they did.
Yeah, really, that was. Excuse me. Back to Nintendo, though. Nintendo says it is difficult to make all sequels fans ask for. So this is a follow-up to a different article, which I guess I don't have. Some maniac bought 40,000 in Nintendo stock, basically just to ask the question, are you guys going to make an F-Zero game? That was his whole reason to get this. What a mad. I love that.
That's insane.
And they're yeah, we can't appease everyone. We're trying to make games that are fun. It's but that's what we're asking for.
I mean, F-Zero was fun, but it's Star Fox, right? It belongs in the past. Wasn't F-Zero the one the creator also said I would love to make a new one, but F-Zero doesn't have a place in the world anymore? Wasn't that something he said?
He said he didn't know what he could add as a gimmick to make it stand out.
Right.
Yeah, so it's which I understand. I appreciate that. Why you don't want to make Nintendo will not make a bad product, right? Or at least they really try hard to not to. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think F-Zero game would be cool as a racer, but I guess he makes a good point. You need to have some kind of cool gimmick to it, and if it's not Mario Kart, then what is a good racer? Although, unless you made it a split second and had the environment crushing around you, that would be cool. That's how I'd fix
I'm sure they could find some way to do it, especially if it had online racing.
But it's not Nintendo who's Nintendo greenlights it, but Nintendo has to be asked hey, this is what I want to work on, which is a new F-Zero, and this is how it's going to work. And then Nintendo approves it.
They have to pitch it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to make a good pitch. So if he doesn't have a good pitch, then why he's not going to try.
Right.
So then apparently the yearly not stock meeting annual general meeting of shareholders.
Right.
Apparently he said, quote, "In truth, it is difficult to fulfill all the requests we receive for new titles, remakes, or sequels in Nintendo series. That said, we are grateful for our fans and their patience in these matters." I don't like the answer. I understand it though. It's but the thing is, if fans are all asking for a new, what's it called? Not Mario Party. I'm trying to think. If everyone asks for a new Splatoon, why give a new Splatoon?
Right. The problem is Nintendo actually does a really good job at remaking or sequeling their franchises. Right. There's not many that have been left in the dust, F-Zero. I'd even say Star Fox,
they tried with the Wii U.
They tried, but Star Fox is just a really niche game that just belongs in the past.
Right.
It had its prime and that was kind of it. But everything else, gets sequels or remakes and stuff. Like Advance Wars. I never thought we'd get an Advance Wars remake.
Right.
And we still will never get an Advance Wars remake because, reasons. But
right.
But it's there, it's finished. One day maybe they'll release it.
But they also said we cannot comment on plans regarding remakes of specific titles, but we are always considering various possibilities in our development efforts so that our customers can enjoy our games. So with Nintendo, I always appreciate that they work really hard to have their game polished and never terrible. They never rush out a game.
Yeah.
So like that's why I give them a pass for this. It's just, but it's like if the fans are asking for something, I would deliver it. I mean, like that's how I would operate. It's like, oh, everyone, like if I released a game and I didn't really have plans for a sequel, like maybe it was a one-off, but everyone was like, dude, please give us a sequel. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, I'll figure something out. If that's what everyone wants. Like for example, everyone wanted more Zelda news in the year of Zelda, or a Zelda game, or I mean, like a better than what we got, but we got nothing. That that was a slap in the face. But like you said, some games need to be left in the past, like Star Fox. I can't really think of any other games that should be. Like I said, maybe F-Zero. I think there's a niche.
I would say F-Zero. There's just there's other racing games to play.
That's true. They have Mario Kart. Right. And then if that doesn't work, there's Burnout.
Right. There's always something else to play.
Right. Let's see here. Yeah. So. I mean, I think it's cool that he asked the question. I mean, it's.
I think he this guy just blew it way out of the water though.
Give me a
you spent $40,000 just to ask that question. Yeah, that's insane. That's going a little too far. Like if you want to tweet on Twitter like I do and be like, "Hey, Nintendo, remake Geist for me,"
right.
That's fine. And if you get a backing, cool. But this was just kind of ridiculous. But.
Or I'd be more on his side if it was for a remaster, because remasters I assume are easier to appease fans, right?
Right.
It's
too.
If you give me a remaster of let's see here,
Metroid Prime.
Actually, I was gonna say Mario Super Sluggers. Nintendo. Here's how. Yes. Don't need a new one. Just remaster that one with online.
Yes.
But next year, we should have the beginning of the next year, just our predictions for the year.
That direct is going to be so crazy. Oh my god!
Yeah, the ones where people are freaking out. I think I had that for Smash Ultimate, but besides that'd probably be my next freak out. Oh my god! It's and then they're and then they have a text. It's we learned from Mario Striker Battle League. Multiplayer online co-op. Oh my god!
Do it. Come on, Nintendo.
And it's you don't don't be oh, we need to add a new gimmick. We don't need a new gimmick. You had literally everything in that game. Everything we wanted. You know what? I just add more characters, or maybe 2 more stages. You can give me the same game and charge me $80, and I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And you can have motion control. I'm sorry. I'll just go on a tangent, but yeah. So. Nintendo, I at least again, if this was EA, if they said this, I'd be okay, sure. If that's how you want to, feel about yourselves about, we're grateful for our fans and their patience, because you don't have patience. You release games in a heartbeat,
right?
But Nintendo, it's they wait because they want to make sure this game comes out perfect.
Right. Nintendo's also just very busy.
That's true.
Nintendo is the only company that releases 12 games a year.
Really?
And 12. Original games or remakes, or 12 exclusives a year, I'll say.
Are you sure?
Xbox releases maybe 1 if we get one.
And then they're
PlayStation
exclusive?
PlayStation gets 1 a quarter, and that's kind of it. But
right.
Well, not like Nintendo, made by Nintendo, but ones that they partner with people. Right. Or they partner with Monster Hunter, right?
Gotcha.
So they get that. Live Alive, by Square Enix, but that's only on the Switch. So, they're partnering with them and working with them for that.
Bayonetta 3.
Bayonetta 3. Right. So Nintendo is the only company that still is just a powerhouse, and will give us good games all throughout the year.
I wonder if they pressure any of them, can you release it by this date? And then if the game company's we'd be really struggling if we did. And they're just do it.
I feel they don't though, right? Because Nintendo's that weird company that will make a game, finish it, let it sit for a year, and then be oh, by the way, we got this. It's out next month. Go pre-order it. It's already shipped to the stores. They've had it in their back room for 6 months.
And they're also super open about delaying. Like Breath of the Wild 2, it was kind of a gut punch that they delayed it for fans. Right. But
And Breath of the Wild 2 is the first game I feel like Nintendo has like actually delayed. And
oh, that's right.
I couldn't even tell you the last game Nintendo delayed, right?
Right.
And it was for like real reasons, COVID and all that stuff, whatever. But
like Halo only delayed itself because of the intense backlash and like, like
Halo was bullied into being delayed.
I think rightfully so, to be honest. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I assume, especially with Breath of the Wild 2, they are like, it will release when we are, understanding that it's releasing. What was it?
Right. I was going to say, that reminds me, we don't have an article about it, but did you also see that the co-op campaign beta starts next month, or this month now, in July?
Yeah, it's like in test flight.
Yeah. What is that? Why is there a beta for co-op campaign?
Because if you're if you're an Xbox because I assume they know it's not ready. It's in test flight. They're like, oh, we want insiders to test it out for us. And there's also you can't walk. I think it's like if you go anywhere after 1,000 feet from your partner, you just die. Apparently, that's not far enough. I don't know how far that is in a video game for Halo.
Right, in game, yeah.
Right. So. But also, I don't know why you would just like leave your partner. But again, I don't know what the trouble there is. It's just co-op Halo. I don't like. But
I don't know.
Yeah, I won't go
they
back into
just
that.
like screwed that, but whatever.
Okay. While we talk about the good of Nintendo, I'm going to talk about the bad. This pissed me off. Nintendo has launched a Switch repair service in Japan, where Nintendo Switch hardware. Standard and light, plus Joy-Con controllers, TV dock, and AC adapters for any natural breakdowns or accidental damage. Okay, but I'm not paying $18. This is $18 a year, right? I'm not paying $18 a year to fix Joy-Con drift. That's not happening. You're fixing that for me for free. Like that's ridiculous. I don't think they should be charged. That part in particular about Joy-Cons, where it says Joy controllers, blah blah, and for any natural breakdowns or accidental damage. Obviously, they're going to say that the Joy-Con drift is natural breakdown. It's like, okay, so like so 18 a year is not bad at all for like basically an Apple Care for Switch. But the part is with the Joy-Con drift. Like if they're going to expect people to pay so you pay 18 a year. Let's say you don't pay 18, right? And they're like, yeah, my Joy-Con is Joy-Con drift. And they're like, oh, well, you got to pay for the subscription. That's ridiculous. It's like, I'm not paying you for the repair, the thing that you broke.
Right.
I found that right now it's in Japan, but they have plans to. Wait, I think they said they have plans to bring it to the West. I'm pretty sure. Mistakes were made to control. I could have sworn I read somewhere that they have plans to bring it to the West, but point is that with Joy-Con drift, I'm not paying $18 a year. Also, who breaks their Switch enough to justify this?
I guess like kids and stuff, right?
I guess
they like drop it and whatever.
Oh, the service costs 200 yen, around $1.50 a month. I thought you just paid 18 for a flat. You paying monthly $1.50?
That's just what it works out to.
Oh, okay. And entitles subscribers to up to 6 repairs a year, including 2 hardware repairs with costs covered up to $739.
Oh, double the price of the Switch.
I mean, that's Switch. Switch controllers.
$18 for the year. That's not bad.
No, like everything else about it is fine, but like my fear, or I assume it's going to happen, is if because they have this in place, they're going to be like, oh, like you bring it in, like, hey, I have Joy-Con drift. They're like, okay, we'll pay us and we'll fix it. It's like, no, you made this problem. I mean, unless you don't think it's gonna, unless you think it's not going to happen like that, but I believe it is.
My only thing is, I think this is more focused for like other stuff, because Joy-Con drift you'll know within the first 90 days or whatever, and that's covered by the manufacturer warranty, so like they have to replace that however regardless, this is more for like other stuff that could happen. This is also too an answer because the main repair center for like Nintendo, they're dealing with the Joy-Con drift, Remember how they're like super overwhelmed and blah 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 and
right. No, I get that, but
so like those guys are covering the Joy-Con drift. I think this is for more like everything else.
I was reading, yeah, but I guess I didn't put the article. I was reading that they were planning on like replacing these centers with other Nintendo, like other, what's it called, these care shops, but it wasn't like super confirmed. It was like I'm not speculation, but there was like some kind of leak about it.
Right.
I'm trying to find where I was trying to find the article. I must have deleted it, but so that's where it comes to play. Like they're replacing this with this new like subscription service, but even so, let's say they did, right? Then they'd still be overwhelmed if they're including Joy-Con drift, and if they're not, then they're having a different section just for Joy-Con drift, and they're still making mistakes with that. I don't know. I just feel like it's a weird crapshoot, and I feel like they're gonna make more money from this because I just don't think there's enough like people are having enough damages with the Switch to justify. You know, what
I mean, it's cool to have,
right?
I don't know. I think it's like a cool option. You know, like if they offered this here, and I like traveled with it more or something, you know, where I knew it would break maybe or something, I'd probably sign up for it for $18 for the year or whatever. If I had like a kid running around the house or something, like it's probably just good to have, you know.
Or you know, if they tacked on the $150 a month onto the online subscription, that'd make it better.
Right, or if you got it like for free, if you had the Switch premium plan or whatever it is.
What you mean the expansion pass, or just the online?
Yeah, the whatever the $40 one is now, or $60, whatever it is. I don't know.
The steal your money one? Yeah, I know that one. That was a joke. Laugh, damn it! No, I was just... okay, well, I still love Nintendo. I just don't like some of their business practices sometimes. But we can disagree on some things. Like I don't like cheesecake.
I love cheesecake.
Yeah, see, we're not the same. Okay. This is kind of. Have you heard about this Fallout London?
I did. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. Like it's cool, right? Like 10 years ago, I would say like, oh, this is sweet, and all the people getting anyway. Well, explain it first. Go ahead.
So, but these modders, they're like finishing up on Fallout London, a DLC sized mod, and apparently people at Bethesda are like contacting them constantly to hire them, these modders. So now, and they're basically they lost some people for the project, which kind of sucks. But it's just interesting that Bethesda is like trying to hire these people, I assume, to work on Fallout 5. That's like the only. I read like the tweet that you like. Took a screenshot from a Discord, but it says our lead technical advisor Ryan Johnson will be departing the project to go and work at Bethesda as an associate level designer. We also shout out to project lead, who was also offered a position at Bethesda UK branch for Fallout 76. However, through some very hard soul searching, decided to decline the offer of an industry role that continue working on Fallout London through until the end. I respect that.
Yeah,
but yeah, I guess I mean, it would be nice if they could be like, yeah, we'll work for you, but let us finish, Fallout London. I haven't seen any gameplay though. That's the other thing. But apparently, it looks really clean.
This was the one they showed the trailer for, right? During oh no, that was Half-Life Alyx. Never mind.
You're talking about the unofficial like, DLC mod.
Yeah. And then we're like, how are they getting away with this? Even this, I'm like, how are they getting away with this? But I guess like Bethesda's cool with their games getting modded and stuff like that. So
I assume if they're not selling it, or Bethesda has that. Do they still have that stupid portal to sell? I don't think no, they shut it down, right? Where that was in Bethesda.
Yeah. They like stopped charging for it. It's all just like free now. So I mean, I think it must be cool that they're being asked to work for Bethesda for their work on it. Right, it's a compliment for them, right? Like, that's huge.
But what were you gonna say about
it? I don't know if I trust Bethesda anymore, right? After all the stuff we've been seeing.
True.
Right? Like the work environment doesn't seem that great, but it's still like Bethesda, so like.
Well, there's another article that like apparently crunch has been eliminated. Like the crunch culture is gone. I don't understand how, but apparently maybe Microsoft played a role into it. They're like, stop it. Stop it. No more crunch. We have the monies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, good for these people. That's supposed to be insane. Like, hey, my passion project got me a job at Bethesda, which I assume you'd even want to take just for like to put on a resume. That's still like
I worked at Bethesda.
Right. Fallout London, Let's Player explore British capital post-apocalypse is likely the only taste of the franchise that fans will get for a long time. Yeah, because it's not getting more support. It's still on track for 2023. I had never played any Fallout mods like this, but unless it's super clean, maybe I'll give it a try. So I'll have to go back to Fallout 4. I never actually beat it. I just got pissed off and bored.
Yeah, I hated Fallout 4. I thought it was so stupid.
You don't like base building and
no, I don't. Just let me play the game.
Let me be Also, remove the voice acting for the main character. I thought that was really dumb.
Yeah, or just pick a better voice actor.
That's fair.
His like voice was just so bland and just like, we gotta save him.
I assume it was because like there's so many lines that he had to read out of context.
He probably read like hundreds of thousands of lines that he had to record or whatever, but
so like how much emotion can you put into each line if you don't know the like response or what's being told to you? Because if I said I'm gonna enter this battle, it could be saying it's sad, it could be happy, you don't know. He's just like I'm entering. Like you gotta put some emotion. Also, I never played the female, so that's also 2 times of the. Oh, he didn't have a voice editor, did it? I don't think so. It's been so long since I played it.
I think it did. I like vaguely remember just from the opening scene where you choose the face in the mirror. I think she says something when you like scroll to her.
I know there's a female. I just didn't know if there was like a.
I think there was a voice actor for the female character.
Well, no, I know there was, but I'm saying like I wonder if there's. I don't remember if there was multiple options per gender.
Oh, for the voices?
Yeah. I just don't remember if there was or not.
I don't remember.
Right. So, okay. So we're almost. Oh, don't worry, guys. We're almost over. But it's been a good hour and a half of fun. Valve. They did a stealth switch where they replace. It's hard to explain, but basically there was a PCI Gen 3 X4 SSD, and they replaced it with a Gen 3 X2 NVMe SSD. Now it appears a downgrade, right? I just come from 4 to 2. Right. But Valve has indicated that they did like a lot of testing, and they're like there's literally no difference in performance. It was it's easier to implement into the system. SSD performance is currently gated by factors not related to PCI bandwidth. In extreme uncommon cases, differences in read-write speeds caps may minimally impact file transfer speeds, but OS performance, loading times, game performance, and game responsiveness are identical between the X2 and X4 drives. So he said, extremely uncommon. Says difference in read-write speeds may be impacted, which is like the whole point of the SSD of like super fast load times. Right. And people were just upset, like because they pre-ordered this product and then they like didn't announce anything, but they it would appear as a downgrade. But I guess to them it's like, well, if nothing's changed, if like none of the what's it called, like the performance changed, maybe we don't have to announce anything.
Right. That's how I would have never known unless someone told me. Right.
Right. I'm
still
sure
an SSD.
I'm sure someone's gonna run tests, like numerous tests between like an X4, people who have the X4 and people who have the X2. So, because some people got it at some point. Oh, actually, I'm not sure because it says I don't know if like the release version was an X2 and what was advertised was an X4, or did they have X4s and then stealth switch it to an X2? Right. I can't really tell, but either way, as long as it doesn't like hugely impact performance, everything should be fine. I still want the next Steam Deck that comes out whenever that is. I keep I know I'll never use it to the full extent that I want to, but I do really want one.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Right, it's really cool. I would love to have one for like Spelunky, for Isaac. Basically, I want it for the games I got on my Switch that aren't Nintendo. Like it's like at this point, I just want I want like Switch for my Nintendo games specifically, and then everything else everywhere else.
Yeah,
with some exceptions, but so well, are you gonna get like a Steam Deck 2 if it's ever announced?
Probably at some point, just to mess around with. I'd probably like never use it though. Is my only problem. It would just be a waste.
See, that's my fear too. But like Elgato's, they made it compatible with their capture card and stuff like that. So if it's like a portable machine that you can play or capture games on, stuff like that, that might change the game. But
right,
yeah, I originally put $5 down to get one, and then things happened. I'm like, I probably shouldn't, but I don't know. I want a little better specs. Once it gets to a point where it can play Elden Ring at 60 FPS, even at like 720p, that's when I'll get it. That's like the sweet spot. Last but not least, there was a trailer for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and I don't know why they just spoiled everything. Like everything.
Oh yeah, it's like literally everything. I don't need to go see the movie now.
It's like Piccolo gets a new form, Gohan gets a new form, and I mean I still want to see it actually with you, but the Gohan form is clearly a rip of his Super Saiyan 2 form, like his hairstyle like literally is the same as Super Saiyan 2, and the only reason you watched the trailer, right?
Yeah.
You notice that Cell is in second form, or like it's called Cell Max for whatever reason, but you know it's in second form. I know that's the case because I know specifically Akira Toriyama, his favorite form was the middle form, but the higher ups were like, no, this guy's too ugly. Can you make a cleaner android? And that's why they had a perfect Cell. So he's probably like, well, it's a movie. They can't tell me what to do. And that's my favorite, so I'll just make some tweaks. I assume based on the trailer, he looks more monstrous than he looks like sentient.
Right.
So I assume he's just like on a rampage or something. But I mean, I think it looks a little cleaner than I first thought. Like I thought the art style was really bad. It kind of grew on me, but I still think it's weird.
I think the movie has a really cool story and premise. The animation is just so bad though. Like I need to understand why they went that way. Right.
I also want to know how Piccolo got his upgrade.
Right.
He apparently he makes a kind of wish, I guess, but I'm not sure if it's like to get. I don't know. It's not to get stronger specifically. And also, there's this running gag where Gotenks' fat ass is just on screen like half the time.
Yeah. I don't get it. And this is like canon too, right? Like this continues the story.
I don't kind of. So it does, but I'm very confused because, they had the Frieza movie, but then they turned that into the TV. So I don't know. I'm not sure if these are going to get turned into TV episodes or not, which would technically make them non-canonical. But until then, I mean, but they said that this comes after the arc that just ended in the manga.
Right.
So I don't know. It's confusing. I don't know how much more they can do with Dragon Ball Super, to be honest with you. I really feel like they need to end it because they've gone to we thought they were crazy too powerful before, but now you're like at god level.
Right. They're like actual gods now.
Right. And it's like, and also I was reading about it, or even from the trailer, like this movie's all about Piccolo and Gohan. Like there's very little Goku and Vegeta. They don't save the day or anything. They're literally off and away. But I just think it's like, I don't know, like they really had to give Gohan just like exact replica of Super Saiyan 2 because that was like his most popular form. Like that's how you fix this. It's like. I don't know. I feel like it's
Super Saiyan 3. I'd love to see Gohan with like the long hair.
They hate the animators hate Super Saiyan 3 because it's too difficult to make apparently. Which it's like I kind of understand, but then you shouldn't have made it so cool, Right, and exactly. But now it's outdated, so they'll never do it. They'll never
now they're just lazy and just change the hair color. Here's rose, here's blue, here's silver. Yeah, cool. It's real cool.
So yeah, and then it's like the last shot in this. Well, not maybe not the last shot, but one of the last shots in the trailer. It's literally like exactly what happened with Gohan Super Saiyan 2, and it's like electricity and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, Mystic Gohan, yeah, we're done with that. But this is apparently not Super Saiyan related, so I don't know what like the catch is. Oh, it's called Final Gohan.
I mean, cool. Sure. Whatever.
Final Gohan. Okay. I mean, And also, like, and not to go on a rampage about it, but like the other thing I don't like about DBZ is that there's let me correct myself. I love Dragon Ball. I love the universe, but there's no stakes because everyone can just be revived. It's like that's like the ultimate problem.
Right.
What all they have to do to remedy this is like they try and revive someone, and then Shenron's like, yeah, so you hit a cap. No one can be revived.
They tried that, right? There used to be a rule for Dragon Ball Z. You could only be revived like once or whatever.
Yeah,
but then it was like, oh, Goku can just leave heaven.
Well, no.
Like, what do you mean he can just leave?
They retconned it in two ways. One, they made it non-specific. Shenron's like, oh, you can only wish one person back to life once. However, if like you say, oh, I want everyone revived that was killed by Frieza, it's a group, so it doesn't count. It's like you gotta make it non-specific. And then yeah, when Goku was dead from Cell, Elder Kai was like, yeah, I don't really need to live, so we'll just trade places. And he's just like, here, thanks for the Halo. And it's like, oh, cool, I'm alive. It's like, okay. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't like the lack of stakes. It's like, okay, like God, even if Goku died, it's like, okay, well, you know, he can just be revived, and also could just anyone could just be like, yeah, I wish they'd be the strongest in the universe, and that just solves every problem ever. Just, give it to Yamcha, give it to Krillin, give it to someone who like we just don't care about, and then they're the protector. That's all you got to do. Like,
yeah, seriously.
Like, where was that wish during the Boo saga? Like, imagine someone who's like, yeah, I wish to always be a billion times stronger than Boo. Like, oh, I mean, you're cheating, but that works.
Yeah.
You cheater. So
yeah.
So other than that, you got anything before we head out?
No, I think that's it.
Check out the merch. Check it. No, we don't have merch. We just have sorrow. Don't worry. I'm gonna hit the outro button. It works. It works. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for listening to this hour-and-a-half episode. Man, my throat's dry. I'm basically swallowing spit at this point to keep myself alive. Like, comment. Follow us on TikTok particularly to get us to 1,000 so we can live stream on there. We got the Discord, we got the Twitter, we got the TikTok again, we got VODs on Spotify. The episode will be up tonight or tomorrow. Basically whenever you're listening to this. We got that Facebook page, check us out there, talk to us there, check our Instagram, we got YouTube. Oh, we got a Nuzlocke Soul link going on YouTube. Check that out. So other than that, have a good one, guys.
Bye-bye.
It's live on YouTube. It's always the last. Good. At least this time I got it right. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, hold on. It's still live. Hold on.